Thanks, Georgie. I'm here with Zoe Frigilana today to talk more about Texas football. Welcome, Zoe. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to be back on campus and here with TSTV.
Well, that's awesome. Let's get started. So how did the defense respond and regain momentum after being defeated by Ohio State in Week 1? I agree with everything you said right there. So next question, what clicked for the Texas offense that allowed them to dominate the scoreboard this weekend?
The Manning name.
Absolutely. It was definitely a better offensive week for Texas last week against San Jose State, but I'm still not totally convinced that their offense is truly legit yet. Speaking of not being convinced, it's still early in the season, but what are some things that Texas can improve on heading into the next games? That's some great analysis, Zoe. Thanks for joining us again. Let's send it back to Georgie at the desk. Welcome back to College Press Box. On Sunday, Texas volleyball defeated Stanford 3-2 in a thriller in their first ever match at the Moody Center. For more analysis, let's go to Georgie with a special guest. Thank you, Georgie and Ariel. When College Press Box returns, we'll talk about everything from Week 1 of the NFL. You don't want to miss it. Thanks again, Georgie. I'm here with my man, Ian Massoud, to recap Week 1 in the NFL. How's it going, Ian? Absolutely, so let's get it started. It felt like the longest offseason yet, but the wait came to a close on Thursday night when the reigning Super Bowl champs took on the Dallas Cowboys. Ian, what did you think of the first NFL game of the season? Absolutely, the Cowboys definitely surprised me against the Philadelphia Eagles. I thought they were going to get blown out. They didn't, they competed, so it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out the rest of the season. Next, I want to talk about a team with two new quarterbacks who ended up dueling to the last second. 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers made his Steelers debut, as well as 26-year-old Justin Fields having a good game for the New York Jets. These two teams essentially swapped QBs and seemed evenly matched. What are your takeaways from the game? Absolutely. You know, when I looked at that matchup on paper, I thought this is going to be a boring game, a slugfest, a low-scoring game, and it ended up being a shootout. So that was really fun to watch. And I'm sure you had a great time watching football this weekend, and we had a lot of good games. What was your favorite game from Week 1 of the NFL season? Yeah, you know, he could definitely have back-to-back MVP seasons. He's definitely the MVP of my fantasy team last night, getting me that win. Thanks, Ian, for the coverage for the NFL. Back to you at the desk, Georgie. Welcome back to College Press Box. Let's take a look at this past week in Longhorn sports. The Texas women's golf team will have lots of representation on the international stage, as 5 of their players have been selected to represent their countries at the World Amateur Team Championships. The 5 Texas players competing for their country are Farrah O'Keefe, representing the USA, Lauren Kim, representing Canada, Cindy Xu and Selena Liao, representing Taiwan, and Vivian Liu, representing New Zealand. The event will take place from October 1st through the 4th in Singapore. Back to the golf course, the number 1 ranked Texas men's golf team began their 25-26 golf season at the Sahalee Players Championship in Sammamish, Washington, where the Longhorns finished in solo second, 1 shot behind winners Arizona State. Sophomore Daniel Bennett impressed again, leading the team at 2 under for the tournament, which placed him in a tie for second overall. Texas returns to action next week at the Jackson T. Stevens Cup. And that will conclude the first edition of College Press Box for the 25-26 school year. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, please make sure to tune in to our other sports shows this week, including College Crossfires, Wednesdays airing at 9 p.m., and the 1-0 Sports Show on Fridays at 11 a.m. Also, we invite you to follow our coverage on Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube at the handle TSTV Sports. Thank you to our analysts, everyone in Master Control, our executive producer Kendall Unger, and all of our reporters in TSTV Sports. I'm Nolan Clay. She's Georgie Ruiz. Thank you for watching, and have a great night.